Good morning. First of all, just want to thank you all for everything you do for women's basketball and promoting the Sun Belt also. Uh, Obviously, excited about the year, excited about our players. We got it's like a second first year because we have so many new kids. We got 11 new faces. We've been trying to integrate everyone, and it's been a constant change with injuries and some players getting eligible in the middle of the season. But we really feel good about the personnel and the people we have in the program. We're just going through that process of making sure that we get everyone in the right spots and that we, as we learn each other and we continue to grow, we feel like we'll be okay. But obviously Sunbelt is a tough league. We knew that in our first year here last year. We saw that and experienced that. So I think we're going through some of those bumps and bruises as having so many new kids. But we still feel like it's enough time that if we could just continue to do the little things and stuff where we can make it run.
Thank you so much, Coach. As a reminder, members of the media, star one to get in the queue. Our first questions come from Whitney Hayworth. Whitney, please go ahead.
Coach, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, Whitney. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining us. As you mentioned, obviously, a number of newcomers and freshmen. As you've moved along throughout the season, who are some individuals in that group that have really stood out to you and shown some leadership already, even though they are younger?
Well, it's kind of funny, Whitney, because it's changed. I think early on we had some kids who was playing well and kind of adjusted in their roles. I think, and then when we added some more kids who got eligible, the Hose and Dove and Tahia Lions, that kind of changed some positions and changed some people roles. And so now some people had to adjust. So I think early on you really saw where Taylor Henderson came out the gate strong, and she was playing well. And then as she adjusted a little bit to role changes and also the opponent game planning for her, that's another big thing for freshmen that they have to get used to. It's a different level of scouting and game preparation at this level. So to get used to that. So she's kind of adjusted. But we've also seen in the last, I think, 2 to 3 weeks, we've seen Mariah Taylor really grow and start doing some things, and even Kenny Powell also coming in off the bench and doing some things. So it's been probably a group of young kids who I think kind of come in and do a lot of good things and stuff for us and show some leadership. I think Cameron Ziak, also someone who's been pretty probably consistent out of that whole group. Sometimes the numbers don't really show and tell the whole story, but just her temperament and how consistent and how she plays and her attitude has probably been the most consistent out of everyone.
And looking at one of your leaders, Jada Lewis, Sunbelt Freshman of the Year in 2017-18, with the time that you've had with her, what have you seen from her, and how has she been a leader for this team, not only on the court but off the court as well?
Well, obviously off the court, you hear and you see some of the awards she's won, whether it's academics or, in the community. So you know that she's leading in the right way and by example in those ways. But on the court, she's been someone who, when we needed a shot, we can kind of go to and just give us that offense to be consistent. She had to adjust also. This year we went to a more of a open style where we kind of tried to allow everyone to kind of share the ball a little more versus running as many sets as we ran last year. And so that was an adjustment for her early. But she, the way that she handled that was really a great example of leadership. She didn't complain about her shot number of shots decreasing. She just continued to play hard and buy into the system. And kind of when she buys into the system, a player like herself or Allison Johnson, that allows those young kids to kind of, understand the importance of it and see how to do that. So I think Jada now, she was just kind of getting the groove the last 3 or 4 games. in her play, and then she got injured with a concussion in the Little Rock game and had to sit out and stuff. So hopefully she can come back in and get back in that group.